This video is going to be my first video in a series about subtracting mixed numbers, because we can have regrouping when we're subtracting, and we can have examples where we won't have to regroup. So this is going to be, as you can tell by the title, subtracting mixed numbers without regrouping. Everything is going to work out fine. No regrouping is going to be necessary for this video. Hope you find it useful, and let's begin. For our first example, we have 7 8/9 minus 4 2/9. I've started off with common denominators because it makes everything easier. And when we added mixed numbers, I said you could start with either the whole numbers or the fractions. It didn't matter. Well, when we are subtracting them, we most definitely want to start with our fractions. So we're actually just going to ignore 7 and 4. We're going to ignore those whole numbers right now, and we're going to focus on just the fractions, which are 8/9 and 2/9. Now you can write them up and down as I've done here, or you can write them 8/9 minus 2/9 going left to right, just like this. It doesn't change our answer. Either way, our answer becomes 8 minus 2, since we already have a common denominator, of 9. 8 minus 2 is 6/9. So we have a difference between our fractions of 6/9, which hopefully you realize, hey, they have a common factor. They both share a common factor of 3. So we can divide both of those by 3 and come up with a simplified fraction of 2/3. So 8/9 minus 2/9 after simplification becomes 2/3. Now we can focus on our whole numbers. We don't have to ignore them. 7 minus 4 is 3. So 7 8/9 minus 4 2/9 is 3 2/3. Nothing really different here from when we were adding mixed numbers. The only difference, we have a subtraction symbol. Now let's try one with related denominators. Here we have 12 5/6 minus 4 1/2. Our denominators, as I said they were going to be, are not common. We have a 6 and we have a 2, but they are related. 2 can be multiplied to get 6. So since 6 is a multiple of 2, we call them related, and it actually makes this pretty simple. Since they're related, we want to keep that bigger number in the denominator. Now, I know a bigger number in the denominator means the pieces are smaller, but for simplicity's sake, when they're related, keep the bigger number, which is 6. So if we're keeping the 6 and we're ignoring the whole numbers, our top fraction will stay, let's use a different color. Our top fraction will stay as 5/6. Now our bottom fraction needs to become something with a 6 on the bottom. So what are we multiplying 2 by to get 6? And hopefully your answer is, oh, 2 times 3 gives me 6. So if I multiply the numerator by 3, 1 times 3 is 3. Now I can subtract our fractions. 5/6 minus 3/6 is 2/6. Just like last time though, hey, these have a common factor. We can simplify them. They both share a factor of 2. So our simplified fraction becomes 1/3. Going back to the original problem now, 5/6 minus 1/2 is 1/3. So we can put our answer in for the fractions, and now we can subtract our whole numbers. 12 minus 4 is 8. One more example left. This one is going to have unrelated denominators. Let's check it out. This time we are taking away 2 1/3 from 7 4/5. Look at our denominators. They are unrelated. 3 is not a multiple of 5. 5 is not a multiple of 3. So we're going to have to change both of them, and to do that, remember, we need to find the smallest common multiple that 5 and 3 share. Looking at our multiplication tables or thinking about our multiplication facts, the smallest multiple that they share is 15. So 15 is going to be our common denominator between the two. Now we need to get our numerators. 5 times 3 gets me 15, so 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15, so 1 times 5 is 5. Now we can subtract. 12 fifteenths minus 5 fifteenths gets me, let's change the color, gets me 7 fifteenths. So there is our fraction answer, because we don't have the opportunity to simplify this time. 7 and 15 do not have any common factors besides 1. So let's move this over then. 4/5 minus 1/3 ends up being 7 fifteenths. Now that we've taken care of our fractions, let's take care of our whole numbers. 7 minus 2 is 5, and our final answer is 5 and 7 fifteenths. In the next video, we're going to talk about how we would go about subtracting mixed numbers when we have to regroup. And I'm going to be making 2 videos about this. One that is a little bit more complicated, and one that is a little bit easier. I hope you check both of them out and enjoy.